Live, let's do it.
All right.
And we are live, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium podcast. As always, I'm your host, XFL Jim, joined by my illustrious co-host, Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm fucking spectacular. You know why? Because we're back doing another episode of the Jimnasium again.
Back. We're fucking back.
Back, baby.
We took a nice little break, mainly because work, travel, shit sucks, but this isn't our full reuniting. We did that on Friday with the Picks Porch. Want to start off by apologizing for my poor performance. 6 for 15. I did hit my League of Legends parlay. My streak of women's college basketball plays being correct has ended. It is with a heavy heart, I tell you. Both Oregon and Stanford are plays that I made, and then I picked some more on Saturday. Not a great time to be a women's basketball fan, unless you're a K-State fan.
I mean, we all have cold streaks sometimes, but can't nobody say you don't know the ladies, Jim?
It's true. It's true. Did you see, speaking of women's basketball, did you see the Kansas State, I already forget her name, it's like Alika or something like that, set the women's D1 record, 62 points in a game?
Man, it really would have been courteous of me to stop you at college. Did you see whatever you started talking about college women's basketball? Because no, I very much did not.
I just saw the stat post on Twitter. She had 62 points in a game, 0 3-pointers.
That's impressive. That might make me. I'm not gonna watch. I'm never gonna watch.
I mean, don't. No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. Just bet it. Just bet it every once in a while. But the real story to talk about, the NFL Divisional Round. Of course, we have.
Wait, hold on. I don't bet on girls basketball. I bet on women's basketball. WNBA only.
WNBA only, or foreign women's basketball if I can find it.
Yeah, Latvia, mainly.
Latvia. I'm a big Eastern European guy when it comes to women's basketball.
When it comes to women's basketball and Eastern Europe, it just means more.
That's where it means more. Before we get to the actual news, that's what we're going to leave people hanging around. You had to hang around for the actual news. Chase has been just like plastering everywhere on like my DMs and my messages with his new puppy.
I love this dog so much.
I want to hear about your new dog. What's the name?
Well, okay, so the kids decided to name her Rosie. I decided to name her Ro-Z, like Jay-Z.
I mean, that's objectively a better name.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, she's a beagle. She's about 7 weeks old. She weighs about 3 pounds. She's the love of my life. I can say that because my wife will not watch this.
Smart
and basically just, I don't know, now until she gets big enough where she's not cute anymore, you can just guarantee that if you ask what I'm doing, the answer is going to be snuggling on this puppy, y'all. Just puppy snuggles all the time.
Nice little puppy snuggles. Dude, you're living it good. You got a new pup. Your kids are going to love it. You're going to love it.
Mm-hmm.
And how old is she? Like
7 weeks. She's really tiny. Really tiny.
Very tiny. It's a very tiny puppy.
Yeah. My concern with the kids, though, is that they might love her to death. Like, they always want to pick up the puppy and carry the puppy, and like, we'll just have to be like, yeah, don't carry the puppy by its neck. That's not a good idea. Stop it. Don't do that. Put the puppy down. You
can't carry puppies like you do like baby kittens, where you just pick them up by the scruff of their neck and just kind of drag them around.
There have been multiple occasions where my wife has sounded like a hostage negotiator talking to someone, like, just put it down. Just put it down. Okay, slowly, just put it down. Don't hurt anybody. Yeah.
Come on, we don't even want to get her here. Just put the dog down slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Whatever's going on, we can talk about it. Just put the puppy down.
Speaking of hostage negotiation situations, we're going to have to negotiate probably some people that might want to end their own life with the NFL Divisional Round. Finishing up here, we're actually watching the Bills-Chiefs game live. You can kind of see it in the background, a little bit of chases. I've got it on a separate screen here. This week has been fucking nuts. Let's just go through it game by game. Sure. Starting off, we had the Bengals 19, Titans 16. The Howard family will not sleep for weeks.
And then when they finally do sleep, it will be a months long, like, hibernation kind of slumber.
Yep.
It's just like they've stored all this like good feelings fat from this Bengals season, and they'll just let it sustain them all through the spring and the summer.
They will sleep in February when their team is done playing football.
Yeah. God, I hope as someone who owns some Cincinnati Bengals futures tickets, God, I hope so.
Both of us do. What number did you get it at?
I want to say plus like 1900.
Oh, okay. We're right around that because I got mine at 20-1.
Yeah, I'm right around. Yeah, because I picked mine like I want to say it was after they beat the Chiefs in the regular season. I was like, I'm gonna drop a ticket on that.
Big Team of Destiny vibes coming from the Bengals.
Oh yeah,
big Team of Destiny. When you can win a game with your quarterback getting sacked 9 times.
Yeah, that was oof.
Like
that looked
Joe
good.
Burrow is just, if he's not in an ice bath for the entirety of today, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, it's part of me is kind of thinking if they make the Super Bowl, they might be playing the Super Bowl in loving memory of Joe Burrow, because he was just getting hammered. There are a couple times where they got him really good on plays that should have stopped too. Like there was a delay a game where he got fucking creamed, and if I'm Joe Burrow, I'm like, can you blow that whistle just a tad bit louder, please and thank you, sir.
So if the Bengals do make the Super Bowl, that means they're Joe Burrow. And that offensive line of the Bengals is getting in between either the Rams defensive line or the 49ers defensive line.
Yeah, I thought about that earlier. I was like, man, like Aaron Donald might kill him in that game.
Which means if the Bengals end up winning the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow is my favorite quarterback of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's starting to kind of dress like Vanilla Ice a little bit, like especially in the Cold as Ice film that he made back in the day.
He's treading that line between acceptable and unacceptable, like outlandish. And it works when you win for where he's at right now. It works as long as they keep winning, but he's towing that line.
Oh, very much so. Those purple sunglasses were it was questionable. That was questionable at best. Like, you better be glad you won some football games if you're going to put on some fucking purple sunglasses.
Oh, speaking of which, I was going to try and be more professional. There's a banner, folks. We're talking about the NFL for those people watching, but
the NFL, yes.
Yeah, the Bengals, I love them. I love Joe Burrow. I fucking love Ja'Marr Chase.
Yeah, dude.
The dude is just an electric factory.
Yeah, absolutely. On the other side of it, the Titans, like,
hey, vintage Dolphins Tannehill came out to play.
Yeah, that was ugly. That was really ugly. I told you, I mean, we said it when we were talking yesterday, don't think that King Henry was, how you say, game ready.
Would have really liked, if I was a Titans fan and backer, which I also had a Titans ticket, would have really liked to see Derrick Henry maybe in like the second to last game of the NFL season, like when they played the Dolphins. Like when the Titans played the Dolphins, would have loved if Henry could have been back for that. I mean, obviously, it's still insane with like an ACL tear or whatever happened to his fucking foot that he's back as soon as he was. But man, if he would have it felt like he just needed 1 or 2 more games to kind of just get back into playing shape.
Yeah, I mean, because he showed like flashes of traditional him, but like there were times where I was like, he was tackled way too easily there. Way too easily. That's not what it usually takes to bring him down.
Do you think they shouldn't have played him? I wonder what would have. Because the biggest run of the night was the backup.
Yeah, part of me, how much does it change the game plan? I mean, if they don't play him as Tannehill throwing the ball as much,
I wonder, because him being in there is generally just freeing them up for play action.
Yeah.
And I wonder if he'd be throwing it as much. I'm not sure.
Because I don't know. Like, as bad as Tannehill looked throwing the ball, like, I don't know. I'm not sure if it really alters it all that much.
I don't think so, just because I feel like the biggest factor was Tannehill's interceptions.
Yeah, just ineptness. Like, God. I can imagine people who had bets open on Tennessee after that first play where he just threw it right to the defender, threw a frozen rope right to the defender, that people were like, I've made a huge mistake.
It was, yeah, that was just first play. I was like, oh, wow, we're getting slap a Dolphins uniform on that Tannehill. I was like, I remember this guy.
Yeah. So since I'm not familiar with the NFL rules on overtime in terms of how they work in the playoffs, I was hoping that what would happen was the game would go to overtime, that after the overtime, was done,
Expires.
yeah, they were still tied, and then they'd be like, well, we're merging your two teams into a super team called the Sensaville Tingles. And then the Sensaville Tingles then move on to the AFC Championship game.
That would have been amazing, because then you have the Titans offensive line with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Julio Jones.
Yeah, and just plug it. Henry will be ready next game, so plug him
Exactly.
in too.
He already ran into game shape, so now you have Henry and Mixon.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. No one's beating the Sensaville Tingles next year.
No one's going to beat the Sensaville Tingles. I think Sensaville Tingles would be my Super Bowl team from get.
Listen, I'm not sure you get very good odds betting the Sensaville Tingles.
minus 120 to start the season.
I will take my $1.50 in profit, and I will bid you adieu, good sir.
Next up, it's my favorite. 49ers 13, Packers 10. Fucking
soft as
beautiful.
A baby duck on Easter morning. That's what I gotta say. Packers, you're soft as a baby duck on Easter morning.
I've never seen a team that plays in a winter area, that plays in a stadium that is like built for snow, that just can't play in weather.
Dude, I've never seen a team who's so bad at blocking on special teams win that many games and actually make it to the playoffs.
The crazy thing is like their offense throughout the season has been so good. Their defense was even really good, but their special teams is so fucking bad that that's what lost them this game. That and Aaron Rodgers being a bitch, a soft ass bitch, and just not being the guy.
I feel like a whole lot of like Schadenfreude probably won that game for them. Just the hate, just the desire for everyone to see Aaron Rodgers do poorly. Like it pulled together and gave just a game-winning performance.
I think so too. And you know what? With that, let's go. We promised some people on Twitter that we would just do like a meme review of like every meme that we saw from the Aaron Rodgers debacle. We'll do this, and then we'll get to the 49ers. Let's just start at the top, from the top fucking rope.
Yeah.
Right here. Skip Bayless, the man.
Are you sharing?
I can't share it on my screen. I'm just doing it off Twitter. I'll tell you who they are.
Okay.
And then we have Skip Bayless. I guess Aaron Rodgers also got immunized from winning in the postseason.
Dude, how bad was your day when Skip Bayless comes out firing and hits? That's the big thing, and connects. Rarely does Bayless connect on that sort of haymaker, but
I'm giving people an excuse to watch the VOD afterwards, because I will have these pictures up hopefully from the VOD. This is just a little late turnaround, but now I'm just going to show my phone at the camera. Here it is. This is a great one right here.
Yeah. Oh, Crying Jordan, that man. Crying Jordan
is undefeated.
Crying
Jordan, that's a timeless meme.
That's just Crying Jordan and the internet go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like peanut butter on ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying. Fun fact, by the way, if we're just going by Super Bowls to measure a quarterback's worth, Eli Manning 2, Aaron Rodgers 0.
That hurts. Aaron Rodgers got 1. Does he?
It's 1. He's got 1. It's 0 in my heart, but he's got 1.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Blake Bortles has 1 AFC championship. Aaron Rodgers has 0.
That one
statistically worse than Blake Bortles.
I wish they had the same amount of I wish they had the same amount of NFC or AFC championships.
That would be pretty amazing. Yeah. Oh man.
Here's another one from at Karen Howell on Twitter. Packers really are Aaron Rodgers' team because they don't have a shot.
But I'm bumped. Yes. A lot of vaccine humor.
Lots of those, and then there's ones like these from at Jake_B30. Aaron Rodgers shows up in the playoffs like he shows up to family reunions.
That's good. That's good because that's a super deep cut. Like you have to do some research into how much hate Aaron Rodgers' family has for him. Like I was actually unaware of it until earlier this year. So it was like, oh yeah, his family hates him. They despise him.
No, dude, like he has cut himself off from his family pretty friggin' hard.
That's crazy.
That's pretty nuts. Here's another one from at the Real Horse, HOARSE. Aaron Rodgers thought he was going to the Super Bowl, but it was just a false positive.
Oh,
lots of COVID related ones.
This one just came in.
Oh,
my vagina is this big.
Doing the discount double check.
Fantastic.
I love that we're like explaining a lot of these memes. It really helps drive home how old we are. And like podcasting is a visual medium. So it's very fine. Here's the one of the two guys like dunking arms together, crossing their arms together. Medical community and Bears fans dunking on Aaron Rodgers.
Right now, I feel like we're like your uncle who's super into QAnon, telling you about some shit that happens on 8chan right now.
I want to go back
there's a picture, right?
I want to go back to another one you said. The comparison to Blake Bortles. Since 2017, Blake Bortles and Aaron Rodgers have the exact same amount of playoff wins.
That's heartbreaking. That is a heartbreaking work of staggering genius.
So in my mind, Blake Bortles equals Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, I'm saying, okay, all right. Are you just done with Aaron Rodgers like I am?
I'm super done. I don't give a shit what team he goes to. I'm done with the news. I'm done with I'm done with him on McAfee. I don't give a fuck about Aaron Rodgers, dude.
Dude, what?
Because all he's gonna do is bitch.
Yeah, listen. If you're gonna go on McAfee every week, you better win a fucking Super Bowl. That's all I gotta say. Like that's what gives you license to keep doing those things. You know, is if you can actually deliver. But the way that you just went like full bitch mode and then completely shit the bed against the 49ers.
And like, I get it. My team sucks and hasn't been good since like the 90s. But the Packers have had 30 years of uninterrupted, fantastic quarterback play.
Yeah.
And have like one Super Bowl in that time.
Two.
Well, 30 years. So when was our last Super Bowl? Wasn't it 90?
We're still in there. We're just barely in. But
we're
there's
just
two.
Barely in. Yeah.
Just barely. Yeah, I hate to be a stickler.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
stickler.
Right. Yeah. 30 years of uninterrupted, fantastic, of two of the greatest quarterbacks that we've seen. Two Super Bowls.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm not sure.
The Giants have two Super Bowls with Eli Manning.
It's so fucking crazy. That is insane. The Ravens have won two Super Bowls in that time frame.
One with Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco
has as many Super Bowl wins as Aaron Rodgers.
The other one with the good old Dilfer.
That's right.
You got Dilfed on. Before we knew that like MILFs and Dilfs were things, Trent Dilfer was out here winning Super Bowls. Lest you forget, younger generation.
Pat Mahomes in his short stint in the league already has one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no limit to the embarrassment. Yeah. No limit to the embarrassment. Like, and yeah, I'm actually after this season and then after that playoff loss, I am now filing Aaron Rodgers and Antonio Brown into the same category of I'm just fucking done with you. I don't care what happens to you. I don't care what you do. I don't like you.
Yeah, I just don't want to. Like, I don't need to hear anything more. About
get off of. I don't want to see you in insurance commercials. I don't want to see you doing anything on anything forever. You're dead to me. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Aaron Rodgers, you bitch. You are dead to us.
Congrats to the 49ers. Played a fucking hell. That defense played a hell of a game. Oh my God.
You know what's going to be really insulting is how when somehow Jimmy Garoppolo has the same number of Super Bowl rings as Aaron Rodgers.
That'll be – dude, if the 49ers somehow win the Super Bowl this year, fucking insane.
Listen, if I'm another quarterback in the league who's ever played in the league and I have a Super Bowl ring and if Jimmy Garoppolo wins one, I'm just like, are these fucking worth nothing anymore?
What? Just handing these out to anybody?
Just giving these to people now? You know what I had to do for mine? My name is Dilfer. Life's hard for me.
Shout out to kickers, by the way. like this entire weekend. Robbie Gould, fucking electric. Did you see at the end of the game, at the end of the 49ers Packers game, fucking Garoppolo was like, he was screaming, "Fuck the Packers."
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. All right. I might be on Garoppolo's side right now. Okay. No, I'm not. No, still.
Oh, what's the name? Back to the Bengals game. What's the name of their kicker? I'm blanking right now.
Evan Murphy?
I think it's Mike. It's shit. I'll look it up.
Devontae Smith?
Yes, 100% Devontae Smith. Where you at? Evan McPherson.
Evan McPherson. Okay, I was gonna start at the top of the first.
Did you see what Joe Burrow said that Evan McPherson said when he went out to go do that last kick? So Joe Burrow's coming back after leading the team down. He spiked the ball. There's like 4 seconds left on the clock, and as like Evan McPherson gets up, he's done like doing his practice kicks. He walks up, be like, "You boys ready to win you boys ready to go to the AFC Championship game?" Before he goes out to kick.
That's awesome.
I fucking love it. Give me all of Evan McPherson.
I mean,
that's bold.
I think what he's doing is showing us that like treating kickers like people is actually a civil rights issue. You know, so it's a moral thing. Like we should start talking to kickers like they're actual people and have confidence in them.
You could, dude. If you get that kind of confidence, I love it.
Because if it's me, it's like if you miss this, I'm gonna drown you in a fucking burlap sack in a pond. You piece of shit. Get out there. You're not even a football player. You're a football player dressed like a not a football player, dressed like a football player playing football. Go out there, Kicky McKickerson. But you better fucking make it.
I love my kickers to have swagger. I love it. I love them to have the swagger and confidence. Like if Justin Tucker was just like laying his dick out every time, I'd love it.
Just boop. Yeah.
Like he just walks up there and just like it's just stretching like this, just all the confidence in the world, just bolting them in.
Just BKE, big kicker energy.
Exactly.
Gotta love big kicker energy.
Today, fucking in crazy game. The Rams 30, the Bucks 27. He almost did it. Tom Brady almost did exactly what he did against the Falcons.
Yeah, almost, because it was ugly. It was very ugly early, extremely ugly. I had him down 27-3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be honest, Jim. I fell asleep snuggling the puppy.
This game was fucking insane. I saw so many people blowing Tom Brady, and it just, to me, it was more the Rams just fucking up. There was so many fumbles, like Cooper Kupp fumbles, and that never happens. Cam Akers fumbled. There was just fumbles all over, weird turnovers. Just it felt like fate was on the Buccaneers and Tom Brady's side. And then Matthew Stafford just throws his best 2 throws of the year and just puts it away.
Yeah, good for the Rams. They better fucking beat San Francisco. They better beat San Francisco.
They gotta get that camel off their back, dude. And that's not the actual saying, but whatever.
I mean, it's the same for. That sounds like something terrible happened to someone. It's like for when people are paralyzed, you know, someone's been paralyzed. It's like, oh man, you know, they got the old camel on their back.
No, it's like when you it's like when you get the wind knocked out of you. It feels like there's a horse sitting on your chest. It's that.
Okay, I've never even heard that one either.
I've heard that one.
Okay. Like a horse sitting on your chest.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You just can't breathe. You can't open your lungs.
That makes sense. I get it. I get how it works and all, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, they just all right. Two embarrassing losses to the Niners, right? I mean, 2 embarrassing losses for the Rams. Like they go up there for play Monday Night Football and they get just burninated, straight up destroyified. Like it wasn't even close, just straight burnination and destroyification. And they
and then the next time they play, it's a super, like the Rams start owning it and they're up by 17 points and just throw it away.
Yeah. And the Saints don't go to the Super Bowl because of it, the playoffs because of it, you sons of bitches.
No, they would have made the Super Bowl if they made it.
Oh, undeniably.
Because as soon as the Saints would walk into that the Buccaneer Stadium, they would have beaten the Bucs, obviously, because it's just what the Saints do. It's how you do.
they'd be like, "Hey, we got this new quarterback that we signed off the practice squad. We think he's going to be really good." And then at the end of the game, after they win, they pull off the mask and do like a Scooby-Doo reveal, and it was Jameis the entire time.
That would be so, dude. My dream would be like they're announcing, like, obviously they have to do, like, for health reasons, they have to announce the roster and everything.
Right.
I wish they wouldn't. I wish they just wouldn't. And then they announce the players for the games, and then Jameis Winston just walks out to WWE music. Like, the lights go down. He just comes out. Dude, Saints fans would go absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Just, throws in like a whole, like, you hear the glass break noise. Like, who is it? Who comes in? Is it
Steve Austin, Stone Cold, baby?
Yeah, you get some Stone Cold music. Yeah, God, I want him back. He better come back next year. I love you, Jameis.
We know it's the offseason approaching because we're getting the yearly dose, by the way, of Sean Payton potentially leaving New Orleans.
Okay.
That's about the take I expect from every Saints fan.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Sean Payton quite a bit. Like, he's done a lot with very little, with very, very little. But he's also sometimes just like a really obnoxious prick.
Well, he's kind of like if you're going for like a college equivalent, I'd say it's James Franklin gets this all the time. That when the offseason approaches, it's just like, well, let's see if I can wring any more money out of this organization.
Yeah. Or, you could just keep writing movies and having Kevin James play him. Have you seen that trailer?
I haven't seen the actual trailer yet.
Oh, it's terrible.
Does it look as cheap as the Kurt Warner movie?
A little bit.
Ooh,
a little bit. It looks literally like it's based on actual events, based on a true story. Like, the true story here is that you ripped off the Little Giants, apparently, because this feels like everything that's happening has happened in the movie The Little Giants.
And for the last game, like, we're done talking about that. Also, fuck yeah, that's insane. Bills just scored. It's going to be 28-26 now. Bills are up.
Woo!
Fucking crazy, by the way. What's your prediction for how this game goes?
Man, they went for 2 and got it. 29-26.
Oh, you're a little bit ahead of me. Fucking insane.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm actually watching this on legit, like, TV.
Oh, on actual cable? I'm watching
it no. Over the air TV, son. We cut the cord. Yeah.
You get the best connection.
Pigeons are flying this shit to me.
Good fucking
man. How does it end? They got a minute 54. They need a field. It's going to overtime. It's going to overtime. Bet it going to overtime right now. Lock it in. Lock it in.
Every single fucking divisional game has had the chance to go to overtime. Every single one. This is the one that does it. This is the one that does it.
What are the odds? Someone look up I'm looking up the odds right now.
Look up the odds right now. I'm going to go over to, while we're talking about odds, I actually have a quick little college football segment I wanted to take you over. Keep looking at those odds. Keep looking for them.
Okay, fine.
So one of my favorite accounts at Pick 6 Previews, they looked at the Caesar Sportsbook, had some initial odds to win the Heisman, and I've already placed my long shot bet.
Is it KJ Jefferson?
It's KJ Jefferson at 150 to 1.
Whomping.
We're gonna womp our way to the Heisman house.
I love it. Just keep on womping. We don't keep on trucking anymore. We keep on womping.
Also, to back you, I might do a lesser long shot. What do you think about Jake Haener?
Ooh, at Washington now,
60 to 1.
He's got a lot of moxie. That's for sure. He plays on the West Coast. It'll never happen.
That's true. West Coast. I'm trying to look at a couple other one of these guys. We got, I don't like Zach Calzada. Hendon Hooker is an interesting one with that Tennessee offense.
Yeah, that is. That offense isn't bad. I don't know. It's really hard to. It's hard to bet on anybody who's on a team that lost to Purdue, even if the game was stolen from them.
That's fair. I mean, no, because like Ohio State players win the Heisman or like close to getting the Heisman, and they lost to Purdue.
That's fair. That's also fair. I retract my point. That's a good one.
Any non-quarterbacks you're potentially looking at? I'm seeing a couple on here, and the only one I would even like take a shot at would be like Muhammad Ibrahim at 100 to 1, and that's just because he's 100 to 1.
They would have to have a fantastic season,
I think Minnesota could. Like Minnesota, like if he was in the entire this last season, I think Minnesota could have won the West easily.
All right,
But-
so you remember a couple of years ago when there was a lot of news about there not being enough like diversity in Hollywood, and like how the people needed to be like better represented at the Oscars because it's messed up that only white people win Oscars. And so they had the one year where like it was like every person of color won an Oscar, and then like the next year it was like, all right, we had that year, it's done now.
It's like back to normal.
The reason I bring that up is that's how I feel about Devontae Smith winning the Heisman. It's like we needed a position player winning the Heisman, and like after that, they were like, "All right, we're done with that shit. We did that shit. We might do that shit 30 years from now." It's just going to quarterbacks for the next 29 though.
For the next until who was the last non-quarterback to win before Devonta? Was
Paul
it
Manning.
Was it Henry?
Yeah.
Was it Derrick Henry?
Yeah, it was. I think so. So,
okay,
we'll only give it to Alabama position players and quarterbacks for the rest of eternity.
No.
And Alabama quarterbacks. Mostly Alabama quarterbacks now.
I think mostly Alabama quarterbacks. I think like Bryce Young is the favorite for a reason.
Yeah.
Let me see if he actually is the favorite.
He was,
Yeah, he's 5-2. It's Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
How are you going to feel if an Alabama player is the first one to win the Heisman 2 times in a row, like since Archie Griffin?
it
Only other
would
person
make
with
sense.
Heismans.
It makes sense just because like he was fucking fantastic this year. The only people I could see, I could just see him repeating.
Yeah,
I could see Alabama being better than they were in 2021.
Didn't Bryce Young win by virtue of everyone else in the college football just being super meh this year?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Like there was a little bit of that factor, and then I think the fact that he was just really good. Normally, I think in a normal year, like if you saw him into 2018 or 2017, no chance.
Yeah,
no chance.
Yeah, for sure.
I might if I'm going with a favorite at all, I might go Caleb Williams at 5-1 just because it's hard not to take, even though he's on a USC team who I don't expect to be as fantastic this year. It's hard not to take a Lincoln Riley quarterback.
And USC is the exception to the rule of he plays at a West Coast school. So okay.
Oregon was the last West Coast team to have a Heisman winner though.
Mariota.
Yeah,
that's a good point. They just don't see him. They don't have as many, Heisman voters aren't necessarily all degenerate gamblers and stay up to watch the Pac-12 after dark like we do.
Nebraska's quarterback, by the way, Casey Thompson, one of our quarterbacks, 25-1. 25-1.
Wow.
Adrian Martinez, by the way. Yeah, he's still the coach. Yeah.
I'm not dabbling then.
Adrian Martinez, 100-1.
At K-State?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Go ahead, Adrian Martinez.
He's got the same odds as the K-State running back, Deuce Vaughn.
Who's the longest shot on the board?
I think like KJ was 150-1, and that's tied for second longest shot. The last one is, I don't even know who this is. I'll need to look him up. Who's Jake Rubley?
Oh, I have no idea. I literally have no idea.
Where's Kansas State? He's a backup quarterback at Kansas State.
Hold on just a goddamn minute. Hold on just a goddamn minute. My quarterback, who I love, has roughly the same odds as Jake Rubley, who's a backup quarterback at Kansas State. We went 9-4 this year, good sir.
If you want me to list everyone who's in the same category as your quarterback, as your boy KJ Jefferson, there's a long list of guys I don't know. Eric Gilbert, ARIK, Bo Collins, Ja'Cory Brooks, Jaden Hazelwood, Joey Porter Jr., Jordan Addison, Jordan Birch, Julian Fleming. Then it's KJ Jefferson, Levi Williams, Maddox Kopp, Marvin Mims, Noah Sewell, Travis Dye, Tyler Show, Zach Evans, and Zamir White. I think you're getting good value on KJ there.
Yeah, you are, but I still feel disrespected. I feel disrespected. I feel slighted. I feel angry. That's bullshit.
The Wampins will come. Also, I was looking away. Kansas City scored again.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
$1.02. This can't go to overtime. Glad I didn't find those odds.
Yep. I'm glad we didn't find them. Now, for the last minute of this game, we have a minute in game time. We're going to introduce a new segment show, folks, a new segment on the Jimnasium. Let's get your shit, Chase. Go get it. We got it going. It's called Sports Yelling. We're going to yell our opinions about sports. We're taking inspiration from Skip and Shannon, ESPN, the main shows. Get your blazer on. Let's fucking talk some sports. Start it off.
Listen, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to say it right now. And what I'm going to say is that I'm done with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's done in Green Bay. I'm tired of his bitching. I think he is done. How could you stick up for this man, Jim?
Now, you put me in a tough position, but I'm going to argue this. Aaron Rodgers is a GOAT, is a great quarterback. You saw what this team looked like with Jordan Love at the helm. They're garbage. They're trash. They're despicable. They have done nothing to help him. They have not brought in a good special teams coach. They do not have a good defensive coordinator. This team does nothing for Aaron Rodgers.
Irregardless. We can't talk about what the players did for him. We got to talk about what he does for them. It's insane. It's insane. It's not like this is not like a LeBron situation with the Cavaliers.
Exactly. He's not buying Lambos for these players like he should. He needs to be purchasing soccer balls and ice cream and cotton candy and giving them to the linemen. Those boys deserve something, damn it.
Listen, what it all comes down to, what it absolutely comes down to is LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT.
How could you say that? How could you say that when Michael Jordan is sitting there with his stats on the fucking Bulls? LeBron is not LeBron. LeBron is not MJ.
It's a different league. It's a different league now. LeBron is the GOAT. When it comes down to it, every day, LeBron is the GOAT.
The fact of the matter is, if you put LeBron on this English Premier Manchester United team, you would not have the same results as if you put Michael Jordan on last year's LSU team. You just
all LeBron need is Alex Caruso. All LeBron need Alex Caruso.
That's bullshit. You know he needs an actual healthy fucking Davis to actually do anything in relegation.
You are preposterous. You are stupefying. You are insanity-fied. You are other words that I don't know, but I'm going to throw out.
You are deplorable, and I hate your opinion. I hate your beard, and I love Michael Jordan as the GOAT. He is the fucking Yokozuna of the NBA, the NFL, and the MLB. He would have been a PGA legend. That's way more than you can say about fucking LeBron.
LeBron the GOAT.
Right. MJ the GOAT. And that's time. And that's time.
That's sports yelling.
That's time. Yelling. That's sports yelling, folks. And that's sports yelling. That was perfect. We timed that out just perfectly.
I didn't have a timer going. I was just going by feel.
Oh, I had the timer.
I know you did. But I just wanted to point out how good I am at feeling things.
You had an internal timer.
That's actually the longest I can speak like Stephen A. Smith without my throat just collapsing.
Doing the hoarseness really gets with you.
Yeah. I will say, I feel like a Stephen A. Smith impression is one of the few things I do better than most people in this world.
You do it really good. You do it really, really well. I'm trying to remember. There's this one account on TikTok that will know every line of a Stephen A. Smith rant word for word and can recreate it. You're pretty good at the impression. You're fucking good.
Yeah. All right, I'm checking in on this game. 17 seconds left. Holy hell.
Oh, you're way ahead of me. I'm at 23 seconds. This will cycle us in. While we're watching this game, we're going to talk about USL. We're going to be talking about USFL. We're going to be talking spring football while this is going on. I'm at 17 seconds now. There's a flag. What was the flag?
I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm so behind. Brian just texted me. He's like, y'all are missing this game.
No, we're not. No, we're not, Brian.
No, we're not.
We are watching this as it happens. You know what? We'll just do a little bit of live commentary back to the NFL. This is fucking insane. Who do you think wins, Chase? Who do you think comes out the victor?
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking god! Who's gonna win this shit?
I don't know. There's 13 seconds left.
How many seconds are left?
There's 13 seconds left, and the Bills just scored a touchdown.
That's a lot of time, though. That's a lot of time for Pat Mahomes.
He's got the eye of the tiger going right now, too.
That's a lot of fucking time. Oh my fucking god! Listen, if you're listening or watching this after the fact, this means nothing to you, but this is insane. This weekend of NFL has been absolutely fantastic.
Just bonkers. Considering how much last weekend sucked with it being the whole super wild card weekend. Yeah, and all the games just blew. These games are fucking great.
Super Divisional Weekend is amazing.
Maybe Super Wildcard Weekend is just like, us dying for our sins so that we
No,
can
because
have
I think it would have been a really good time if, say, you got the Chargers and I think the Raiders had a good game. So the Chargers instead of the Raiders, maybe, or
yeah.
Who would have played instead of the Eagles? Could have been the Saints.
Yeah.
Could have been the Saints.
I turned my head away from you, not to just because I had to. I knew who it was and I couldn't say it. Yeah. Listen, okay. I'm not one to compliment another man's balls, but Josh Allen throws a real pretty ball. See what
God, he does. Dude, both of these guys throw like some of the prettiest spirals.
It's just tight like Tiger. Just tight. I don't know what is tight. Dude, tight like Tiger comes from some movie from my youth. I want to say it's from like an Austin Powers movie. So if anyone's like, what the fuck is he talking about, the tautness of Tiger Woods? I'm not.
Or are you?
I am. Okay.
Because he keeps it tight. He keeps it high and tight.
That's right. 13 seconds left. KC has 3 timeouts. 3.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time for Pat Mahomes.
The Buffalo has 2 timeouts. This episode is going to last 2.5 hours because we're not giving up until it's over.
No. Well, in the meantime, we're going to talk USFL. We got some news. We'll just keep an eye on the game. Just turn around every once in a while and talk about this. So the USFL hired 2 new coaches. We got Skip Holtz and God damn it, I keep fucking his name up with someone else.
It's
I'm
just gonna start.
Kirby Wilson.
That's it. Okay.
Because I think we're still in like college football mode a little bit, so I keep thinking Kirby Smart.
And then you start thinking, no, that's wrong. That's not it. And then
no, that's not it. I knew it's Kirby something, but yeah. So Skip Holtz, Kirby Wilson. I talked about it a little bit. I got a video coming out later, kind of analyzing these.
Sure.
I am kind of on the same boat with the Skip Holtz as I was with the Kevin Sumlin. It's a college. It's a college football retread, and he wasn't particularly fantastic in college either.
Yeah, I don't think he even ever coached at a Power 5 school. He was always at a G5 school and always having just pretty meh seasons.
Yeah, but like you could be at a G5 school your entire career, and I think Terry Bowden's a decent coach. Like he was good at Akron, and I think he's been good at like Middle Tennessee.
And Terry Bowden was a head coach at Auburn.
Yeah, true. Also true. He wasn't fantastic there, but
no, it wasn't. That's a good era. That was a good era right there, the Terry Bowden era. Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like the only thing that's attractive about Skip Holtz is the last name. Quite honestly,
think so. I think so too. And like, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, but Kevin Sumlin to me didn't either. I like the Kirby hire.
Yeah, he's just an inspiring ass dude too. Like, wasn't he like terribly, terribly burned in a fire? Was that him?
I don't remember.
I think he was terribly burned in a fire. He's been in every single like football league you can think of as a player or coach.
It's a similar thing to me with the Mike Riley, Bart Andrews situation where they've been in a shitload of leagues. He's been in the NFL consistently too as a running backs coach.
Yeah.
For like the last decade, basically. And I think someone that's on that level where you're interacting with players on such a consistent basis, I love that for this kind of league.
Yeah, so I guess on January 5th, 2012, Kirby Wilson was hospitalized after being severely burned during an early morning fire at his home in a Pittsburgh suburb.
Okay, this dude's a badass.
He is. Not even fire. Not even fire can bring him down.
I'm all on board the Kirby Wilson train.
Yeah, I feel like it's the guys with the least amount of like big ticket kind of exposure that are the best hires that they've had so far.
I think so. My takes are it's either like if you get these G5 coaches that are like maybe middling, but you could see like it's just because of the players they can get. Because a lot of these coaches, if you're at a certain school, you're not getting good players.
Holy crap! This could still go to overtime.
It could still go to overtime. Yes.
Oh, they're in field goal range.
Oh my god.
There's 3 seconds.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys are gonna watch a meltdown right now. This game is fucking insane.
Josh Allen's eyes just got real big. He was like, "That's crazy."
I told you. We talked about this. This is the one that'll do it. This is the game that'll go to overtime. We've been fucking cock teased this entire divisional round.
Stroked.
Never happened. They're finally going to let us have overtime.
You know, that's what I'm talking about.
What happens? But Chase, what happens if they tie in overtime?
Then what happens by NFL law is that both teams have to merge together into a super team, and they collectively go to the next round. So you'd have to have the Cuffalo Chills.
Dude, the Cuffalo Chills versus what was the
Sensaville Tingles?
Which one would win? Which one wins?
Cuffalo Chills.
Cuffalo Chills all day.
And a laugher, the Cuffalo Chills.
Do you run a dual quarterback system then? If you're the Cuffalo
Chills?
You're going
to overtime. Do you run a dual quarterback? Oh yeah. If you're the Cuffalo Chills OC, you got to run a dual quarterback sort of thing. I mean, you gotta get Josh Allen on the field somehow. You know, maybe make him play like a halfback that has the option to throw.
Yeah, have an RPO.
Fucking sexy is what that is.
A repo. Fucking beautiful. I don't want to end this until after overtime now.
I don't want to wake up in a world where the Cuffalo Chills don't exist anymore. You know,
I don't want to wait. Oh God, overtime's going to take so long though.
Yeah, let's pound through this.
Okay, so we got the USFL coaching hires. We're still waiting on 2 coaches. They are 86 days away.
Yeah,
from day one, from game one. Yeah, and we still need 2 coaches.
So, all right, is USFL criticism accepted here, or am I going to be blackballed?
No, it's accepted. I am still very hopeful. I'm drinking that hopium in. I still think, like, once you get the coaches, I think that's like your biggest hurdle at where they're at now, because it looks like I've been getting emails and DMs from players that have been showing their contracts with the USFL, and the way they're going to do that, it sounds like the draft system they have is going to go really quick.
Yeah.
So
here's my criticism.
And I don't think their rules are going to be that different from the NFL, so I don't think they have to adapt to like anything drastic like the XFL did.
Yeah, like the 2 forward passes or anything. Yeah. But here's my knock on what I feel like is a little bit of poor execution by the USFL is that I think you should have had your coaches lined up before this. Like it feels late in the game, and I feel like you're putting yourself into hiring coaches who are in competition for the few like college football jobs that are still open, and the few like NFL jobs, which are just now starting to like interview people for those teams. So like you're trying to like, you have people who have a lot of like of interest. I feel like they kind of fumbled the old timing of it just a little bit.
We talked about this a little bit on the last episode, but yeah, I kind of would have liked them to go for the coaches who are maybe looking for a job in the season or in the summer. Like if you're looking for a job mid-summer, those are the kind of guys I would have liked them to have the coaches ready. But even though they didn't, I'm still kind of hopeful. I'm still hopeful for that. That kind of puts them, the fact that they did puts them in a rock and a hard place position where if you wait till you have all the coaches to announce all 8 coaches, that's all fine and dandy. But then we get no updates. You get no USFL news. And people are just like, we haven't heard nothing. We haven't heard anything. And January is almost done. February is almost here. You kind of start worrying about it in that regard.
Okay. All right. So that brings me to gripe number 2, which is if you make me watch Colin Cowherd one more fucking time for
they're gonna keep doing that. It's looking like I've seen his tweets. I've watched the show. It looks like he's going to be like he's going to be Fox Sports cover of the USFL. He's the guy that's going to be covering the USFL on a normal basis. So that's what I'm thinking they're going to be
right now.
It's not. I absolutely hate Colin Cowherd. I do like if I'm going to get mad at one thing the USFL is doing, it's the fact that they're forcing me to like watch Colin Cowherd consistently.
Yeah, listen, I don't want anyone to murder Colin Cowherd. But
if someone was so inclined, Joy has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to kill him. You can maybe just like steal his voice box.
Just break his set. Just we're not hypothetically.
We would never hurt Colin Cowherd. We would never pay anybody thousands upon thousands of dollars to hurt Colin Cowherd.
But Yeah. So we got
mainly
that
because
news.
we do not have thousands upon thousands
mainly.
of dollars.
We got that news. We got the coaches. I'm still waiting on the other two. I think once they get the coaches, the fact that I don't assume that they're going to be like venturing too far away from the rule book with the NFL.
Yeah.
That the rules are going to be like, it's going to be easy for players to adapt once they actually get practicing. If they get like a month of practice, I'm kind of okay.
Yeah. And see, I'm complaining about the timing of the coaching search, but it's not like they didn't make some good hires here. So
no, they got some good hires. And then it's just, my only gripe is it's a bad image. You kind of want to just you want to look, because people still have in their mind, they have like the AAF kind of fresh in their mind, which the AAF was a good product. It's just that no one was getting paid. So if the one thing they could do, if they could be transparent and like show the payment plans for the players and everything, that'll be a huge leap forward. That'll be a huge step. The other thing they announced is the whole rule situation. It looks like it's going to be a rule czar with Mike Pereira being like the overseer of all the rules of the USFL.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of okay with, as long as it's like one central body that controls all the rules, so we know what's what. We know how someone's going to rule a certain way. It's not going to be like separate teams.
Because doesn't the NFL like competition like triad or whatever the hell they call it, doesn't it seem like it's kind of this like dark shadowy that like produces like bullshit rules?
Well, they just say New York. They just say the team in New York.
Oh, then, you're talking about like on the replays and stuff?
I think he's going to be like the guy. I think he's the dude.
Shit. He's going to be
we don't know for sure. We don't know how they've interpreted it, but yeah, either way, if he's the guy like writing all the rules, that's awesome in my opinion. Or if he's the guy that's like, he's the replay guy. He's just the guy for all the games, because you're not going to have multiple games on at a time with an 8-team league.
So here's what I want. Jim, is I don't want him to ever say a single word. Instead, I want him like lounging, dressed as a Roman emperor, while this like lady in a toga feeds him grapes, and they cut to him, and he's just like,
"Oh, just down like see. Oh, exactly like Caesar. That'd be perfect.
That'd be great.
Get that sponsorship with Caesar USFL and do that.
There you go. It sounded. I read an article the other day that makes me sound like they are much more involved they're invested in the gambling aspect of football.
These new leagues are going to be doing that hardcore. I bet. I mean, I can only assume they're going to be with Fox Bet. Or like whoever Fox is partnered with, just because
would be
Fox
dumb
owns
otherwise.
them.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. It's good that they're leaning into it instead of being anti it.
No, they have new leagues have to do. You saw it with the XFL in 2020. You're going to see it with the USFL. You'll see it with the XFL next year, which brings me to my next take. Where's it at? Oh, I have a banner. XFL news. And by XFL news, I mean kind of anticipating XFL news. The Rock was on Monday Night Football, the Manning cast, and they talked about the XFL for a little bit, and he mentioned that some big news would be coming in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. So
exciting. It's everything they've produced recently, like in terms of news, has been like, okay, I like where this is headed. I like how this is sounding.
It's looking like my anticipated news is teams, like they announced the teams. My perfect thing for them, if let me on your marketing team, XFL, the day after the Super Bowl, make a huge announcement of like, these are our teams, make a huge commercial, maybe make a Super Bowl commercial, and then do something the Saturday after the Super Bowl, because that's when the XFL started in 2020. Do something on the anniversary, open the merch store, announce the teams, announce the cities. If you have that available, that would be amazing. Or
I agree.
At the very least, I'd love, I've talked about with a couple people, if you can do a merch partnership, get like a partnership with Under Armour, because The Rock's like super tight with Under Armour, to have them be like, oh, we're doing all the merch, we're doing all the jerseys, we're doing everything for the league.
Yeah. And they need to, good merch goes so far. I'm going to give you a retroactive USFL knock.
Their merch isn't like fantastic.
Their merch is bad. It's bad. Yeah. It's like, here's this generic ass gray sweatshirt. And it's like, okay. So you're giving me the Tim Allen collection, apparently. That's just like shit he would wear on Home Improvement.
It leaves a lot to be inspired. But that's what we got for XFL news. That's what we got for USFL. I'm expecting kind of like a new USFL news drop, either weekly or bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get these other two coaches in here sooner. It's our teams, by the way. It's the New Orleans Breakers. What happened? What happened?
They are driving. They are within. They're at like the 10.
Okay.
KC is at the 10.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It is the teams we're waiting for are the New Orleans Breakers and the Michigan Panthers. So we're more anticipated than anybody.
Yeah, let's go Breakers. Let's go Breakers.
Let's go Panthers.
Let's break some shit.
No,
I hope whenever we take the field, they play "Break Stuff" by Limp Bizkit. I think that would be amazing. Yeah,
I think that'd be really good.
Even though no one should ever Fred Durst, but if you're gonna Fred Durst, that'd be the time.
I mean, it's kind of like going back, with like the retro theme. It works.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah. Just wrap it up, I guess.
That's all the XFL, USFL news we got. Let's wrap this up. NFL Divisional Playoffs. We're prediction. I'm going to say Kansas City wins.
They just did.
Nice. I predicted that. I'm a genius.
You literally, as the ball was landing in Travis Kelce's hands, like,
there we go. Congratulations to Kansas City. This game was amazing. This game was fucking awesome.
It's a great football game, and so I'm just sad that we'll never have the Cuffalo Chills.
I know.
By the way, never have two teams lended themselves to a combination name quite like the Cuffalo Chills
and the Titans Bengals.
Yeah, I guess the Tingles is pretty good too.
The Tingles is really good too.
Yeah, I love this fantasy world we're creating.
That'll do it for the Jimnasium, folks. Chase, where can the people find you?
I'm around. I'm at Oaklawn on Twitter. I'm being abrasive there. I'll let you know from there.
I caught your guest spot on the wrong lead, by the way.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah, I snuck in there. Yeah,
that was good shit.
I told him I missed him.
You can find both of us over at Betterthan.vegas. Fucking all the time. You find us both on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We are all over at XFL Jim at we don't even have our. Let me get rid of this. Boom. Ooh. At XFL Jim and at of Oaklawn. Find us all over. I got 3 videos coming out this week. So check my YouTube, peep my YouTube. I got USFL news video and I have 2 seltzer review videos. I tried the soda and the sour.
I will just watch this man's videos. He's like someone mixed Oliver Stone with Brett Ratner.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been the Jimnasium. Peace out.